What up? And welcome back to another episode of Gritty Knows Best, baby. That's right. That's right. I hit the right soundbite. We're starting off well. We're starting off good. Hope everything is all right with you. Everything's great with me. Now let's see who we got with us tonight. First of all, we got this guy. He is notoriously known as the Terror of Target, a.k.a. Pasty, Pastor Moran, or Richard Moran Jr.
Good evening, good evening.
Wow, that's
good to be here.
Very sophisticated of you. Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. We went to Target, and he didn't terrorize anybody lately.
I didn't terrorize anybody.
So he's making progress. Making a lot of progress. And now we got the other guy here. He is a YouTube legend. A current YouTube superstar. The artist formerly known as Tsim, Mr. Oh, he doesn't have his do-rag on today.
I forgot.
What the hell? You sipping a twisted tea. He is the artist formerly known as Tsim, Judd, a.k.a. Justin. What kind of twisted tea is that? Raspberry?
Yeah, raspberry.
Oh, I knew it. That's
You know, they're really
like.
hard to find.
The raspberry ones?
Yeah.
Well, who found it? Your mom? You got a box?
Yeah, she found it in Brooklyn.
Well, what was she doing all the way in Brooklyn?
She went to Home Depot in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She found them at Home Depot?
No, 7-Eleven.
Oh, I was about
She
to
was
say.
on break.
Is twisted tea your new favorite beverage?
It's not my favorite.
Okay, I mean, you don't need to get defensive about it. Why you gotta yell at me like that? It's not my favorite! You're slugging them down tonight. I don't know if it was your new fucking favorite. Tell them about that new Stone Cold beer, what that did to you.
That beer got me fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Then beer, I was fucked up.
Go check it out.
I went to bed.
Go check it out on his channel. You did a beer review.
Mm-hmm.
But next thing you know, you're playing Madden and the room is spinning.
Room is spinning. I'm sleeping.
Sleeping with your ass in the air?
No.
No, how do you know? That's what you normally do. Is that not? Have you not slept with your ass in the air before on multiple occasions?
No.
Oh, you're lying to the audience right now? Okay. Right. We said we weren't going to lie to the audience. You just bold-faced lied in the first 5 minutes of the show. Listen, we got a lot to get to tonight. We got something very, very important to talk about tonight, okay? As you can see by the title of this episode, me and Justin believe that somebody is crying for help here, okay? And it's not me and Justin. We are very concerned about somebody on the show. We are very concerned about Richard, young Richard Jr., because he's been behaving a little odd lately, right, Justin?
Yes, he has.
He's been just seeming... Listen, let's just throw it right on the table. We believe... We've said this how many episodes ago? I don't know, like 10, 15, 20 episodes ago, Mo claimed that he believed that Pastor was having a midlife crisis. And I said, you know what? I don't know. I don't know about that. We gave him a chance to defend himself. But lately, the evidence is just mounting, and we've heard some recent developments that are just scaring us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pastor's talking crazy, talking about, he calls me in the morning and say he doesn't like being awake anymore. And I was getting ready to call 911, getting ready to 5150 him.
Yeah, he's talking crazy. He's acting crazy.
Flipping off ladies in traffic as a pastor that's not very pastoral. And then the straw that broke the camel's back, Justin even pointed out to me, because I kind of forgot he said this, but you can watch my episode with him. That was on the No Name Yet episode. I don't know. What episode was that, Pastor?
I think that was 30.
Yeah, so me and Pastor just did a recent episode, and on that episode, Pastor is also being way pickier than me. I mean, I don't even know if we want to get into all that stuff, but he's talking about he doesn't want to go to IHOP anymore because the roof is not a triangle. I've never heard something so ridiculous in my life. But then he goes on to, you want to describe this part, Justin, because you're the one that really brought this to my attention, about him saying he feels like he's done, everything's over.
Yeah, he says, I'm getting closer to 60, and I feel like I've plateaued. There's nothing left.
Like, what is there left for me to do?
What is that about?
Getting all sad, getting all depressed, you getting all getting all lethargic on us. What do you mean there's nothing left to do?
Yeah.
I mean, you probably got another what are you, 52?
53.
He's got an extra 25 years.
Yeah, you got another 30 on you. What do you mean there's nothing to do? What are you saying? You want to explain yourself before we go on with our presentation?
I don't know. Usually your show is pretty light.
This is light for us.
Yeah. I don't know. I have good days. I have bad days. I think that the pandemic has taken a toll.
Right.
And, the atmosphere in the hospital right now is difficult, to not go into too many details, but sometimes, feels like the wheels are falling off. And
You just bored Justin. He walked away from the camera. Wow, Justin, what the hell?
Look, he's got his butt in the air.
He got his ass in the air. How you gonna leave during this man's expressing himself, Justin? He don't even give a fuck.
And
Wow.
that helps with this, feeling of malaise, this feeling of
Yo,
like it all
Justin.
don't matter. It mattered
You good,
so much
Justin?
that just walked away.
You just walked away while he's explaining himself. What did you just go do? Hello? We're waiting. This is a podcast.
I got my iPad.
For?
Are we gonna have this conversation with you and your glassy, twisted tea eyes?
Wait, so I asked if you had all your notes before the show. You said yes, and now you just realized you don't?
Yeah, but I looked at my phone and it didn't transfer over.
Okay. So, Pastor, do you want to continue?
No, I heard it.
Can you apologize?
Because I heard Pastor. Hi. I heard him.
Good.
I probably need a vacation and get some perspective.
You just had a vacation.
Yeah, we just took one. Where are we going next? Salem?
Yeah, well, that's a possibility.
Let's go to
That'd be
Salem.
fun.
Well, listen. You don't need to explain yourself too much. We have some things we need to tell you, okay?
Okay.
Because we believe you're having a midlife crisis, which is fine, You have to just break through it. Now, I've been doing research on midlife crises. I'm very young, so I have a long way to go before I have a midlife crisis.
Now, he's in his second midlife crisis.
Pastor?
The first one was when he bought a new car.
I think that was the beginning of this one. I don't think it was the second one. I think
I'm not, buying the car was not a midlife crisis.
if he would have bought like a hot rod, then or a motorcycle, then maybe.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted to drive stick again. That's all.
That's right. He's been loving it, right? Been ripping that stick around.
I mean, that's the first automatic car I bought myself in my adult life. I drove it for 3 years. I gave it a shot.
That's right. It wasn't a midlife crisis, Justin, but I have been looking up what to do. How do we help this guy, Justin? I've been looking up how do we assist him? We have our own ideas that we'll get into after this, but obviously the first thing you do when you are experiencing some discomfort, you go to Google and they will diagnose you and they will give you the perspective. This may be the perspective that you need. So this is a little list of things that Google suggests you do. I'm just going to ask you these questions and see if you're void of these things first. See if you are you pro, or do you have these things in your life or not? Are you embracing your creative side? Do you feel like you're scratching your creative itch?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I could assume because you're on the podcast, you have your own podcast. Is there anything else creative you would like to do? Would you like to start painting? Would you like to start making pipe cleaners?
There are two things I really would like to do.
Oh, let's hear it.
One, I would like to get back into improvisational comedy.
Okay, that's gonna
Okay.
come up in a little bit. Okay. Next.
And secondly, I would like to paint.
Oh, and we were just at Michael's. You didn't go get some brushes?
No, because what I want to do is like I'm a big fan of expressionism. And I'm a
Yes.
big fan of like lots of bright colors. And like I would like to like construct something that it's like 25 feet tall and just paint it like a bunch of, you know, bright, colors, a little neon colors, maybe attach some lights, things like that. Just make some kind of colossal thing that grabs people's attention and brings some color into a world that seems to have less and less color.
And where will you erect this statue? On the church lot?
Well, I could. I wouldn't have to ask permission.
Now, do you think we should start small with maybe some popsicle sticks first? A popsicle stick statue? I mean, you're gonna get crazy trying to erect a 25-foot statue at first. Let's go to Michael's, get some popsicle sticks, some paint, and then you can start with some glue, and that's it.
Well,
You gotta start small.
How about we just go to like an 8-foot by 6-foot canvas?
Yeah, how about that? I'm saying I'm suggesting we start small here. You're talking about erecting 40-foot
No, I
statues.
don't know. I don't want to do it small. I want to do it big.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? That's what she said, and we're gonna move on. So those are the two things you want to scratch.
Yes.
Well, let's get it done.
Well, and someday I would love to take glass blowing classes.
Glass blowing class.
Yeah, I used to work at the International Museum of Glass in Tacoma, Washington.
Interesting. Can I don't know where do you? That seems very like a niche thing. How do you get a hold of somebody to do that?
I think they do have some classes up in Boston Spa, which is not far from Schenectady.
Oh, look at
And I know that when I worked at the museum, there were people that started learning glass blowing in their retirement. I wouldn't expect to become like a famous glass blower, but maybe make a few things that would be satisfying.
Never too old to blow. Never too old.
Yep.
No.
Never too old. So you got
This is
three
really
things.
cool. One of the women that I talked to, who said the minute that you feel the glass, you'll get hooked. And so when I moved back to New York, on my way back to New York, I stopped at the Corning Museum of Glass.
Right.
And I paid to make a piece of glass. You don't really do much. The gaffer there does most of the work, but they sew you up. They give you like tongs and that, and they tell you to bend here, bend there. And as soon as the tongs hit the hot glass,
The guy told you to bend.
he didn't tell
Go
me
ahead.
to bend. He told me to bend the glass.
Okay.
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 She was right, because when it's glowing and it looks like it's liquid. I mean, it is liquid. The glass is a super cooled liquid,
Right.
even when it's hard. Yeah, I know. I'm looking.
That's the sound bite.
Anyway,
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
but when you put the tongs on it, it feels like glass,
Right.
like hard glass.
Right.
And then it just bends in your hand. It bends when whichever way you want to bend it. It's really a cool experience. I can see why people love to do it.
I never heard of this, but it sounds like you're very fascinated by this.
Well, it is fascinating. And if you don't mind me sharing,
Yes, of course.
a couple stories.
A couple.
Yeah. Well, I had the privilege of working during Chihuly week.
Who?
Dale Chihuly is one of the most famous glass artists in the world.
Sounds
Some
like a
people call him
sounds like a Mexican folklore monster.
well, it's not.
Chihuly.
He's a guy from the Northwest who is a world-renowned glass artist. And at this point, he doesn't handle the glass himself. He instructs the team. And like he's famous for these C-form pieces. They look like these really colorful seashells. And like when you watch them making it, they're putting the edges in the glass, and it's probably only maybe what you're looking at appears to be like only like 8 inches across.
Mhm.
But then they have that piece at the end of the pipe, and then when they're ready to go, they tell the guy to do it, and they spin the pipe on the bench, and this 8-inch piece of glass expands to like 2 feet across.
Wow.
And like all the color is and all the pattern is where they want it. And you just watch this thing like form into this colorful, amazing piece of art.
Wow.
And the other thing I wanted to share with you is one of the gaffers from the museum and I were the only people left in the museum. And I was checking doors. He was making sure all the tools were put away and this and that. And he goes, "Come here, I want to show you something." So he goes over and he points at the wall in the hot shop. And he says, "What does that look like to you?" And I said, "It looks like Patrick from SpongeBob." And he goes, "Everybody is saying that." And I don't know who Patrick is from SpongeBob, but everybody believes that that's what it looks like. Now come with me and let me show you what they made from Chihuly's drawing of Bob or of Patrick. So we go over to the annealer. That's where they let the glass, cool off real slow. He opens up. Up the door, and there's this like star-faced, colorful, beautiful piece of art that looks nothing like the drawing, but somehow, because Chihuly drew it that way and gave them instructions, they made this beautiful piece of art from what looked like a sketch of Patrick.
Wow.
Interesting. Yeah.
Were you
It
interested,
was an
Justin?
amazing week. Like 40,000 people came through that small museum in the week.
Wow. And I can tell you, me and Justin will never be one of them, right?
I know, right?
I don't think that's up our alley.
No.
But listen, have you been mindful? Are you mindful? Are you practicing mindful meditation? Are you mindful throughout the day?
No, I could step that up.
You can step that up? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make some changes?
Yes.
Are there any changes you can make? You want to share? Or like to keep it private? Don't worry. I think we have suggestions later.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
You have suggestions for him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have any thoughts?
I mean, right now, right now, I kind of feel like my back is against the wall.
You don't have to
Because
share.
What first comes to mind is giving something up.
Oh. The show. Hopefully not our show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it could be the show. It could be the church. It could be CPE. It could be, and I don't want to give any of them.
Oh, you're
So,
saying you're overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's just things got really busy when clinical pastoral education started up again.
You've got a lot on your plate.
So I am going to have to find time to
Deliberate.
steal away and decompress and
What about like dyeing your
recharge.
hair?
Yeah.
We're thinking more like, cool.
Yeah.
Get a leather jacket.
I've never had a desire to color my hair.
Or like a tattoo.
You could dye your hair.
No,
get a
I've done tattoos already.
Get a piercing.
Yeah, something.
No, I've done piercings already.
Try a new shake. Something we were thinking that something is that drastic. But hey, that's his answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to start shedding some responsibility. I don't mind. I don't want any.
Well,
I don't want none.
I mean, I could become better at delegating responsibility.
Justin,
That's
why don't you take on
something I need to work on,
Pass something on to Justin. Let him go in the hospitals.
Yeah.
And then she says, "You think you're dying? Hello?"
Look at me.
Well, the hospital is not something I'm willing to give up because that's what's paying my bills.
Oh.
Hmm.
Anything else you can give to Justin? Can he attend some church meetings on your behalf?
He could start taking care of the finances.
He already does. He already does that for this show.
Yeah.
He's in charge of the card.
It's like what one transaction every 3 weeks.
Oh, this show? No. This we don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
We can't even talk about things that get bought around here.
Yeah.
And Twisted Secret Santa's coming up too. So
Oh,
we gotta get into that. Do you practice gratitude enough?
I think that I do.
I feel like you do. As a pastor, I would hope so. I feel like you do it like every morning.
It ebbs and flows, but no, I've actually, in this difficult time, I would say that my faith has been improving.
Oh, you're
And
gonna say wavering. Nice.
And well, when you going back to my mindfulness, I have been praying a lot more throughout the day.
That's good. We like that. Well, I like that. Justin don't care about that.
yeah, you like that.
Yeah, I like
don't
that.
care.
I like that. Do you take time to melt your thoughts away and be present in the moment?
No, I could do that more.
That's really what mindfulness is. You were describing prayer.
But
It's still good.
I have done that more often. I have stopped between visits, gone to the window, looked out the window of the hospital. You can see the mountains. Paid attention to where the tension is in my body. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, release it.
Release the tension.
There you
Yeah.
go. Justin, why are you smirking? He's not talking about like that. That's not what he was talking about.
I'm not smirking.
You were I could read your mind. Are you on social media too much? Can you stay clear of social media? That's what it's saying. If you're on social media too much.
I would say no.
I know you're dumb. I know you're thumbing through TikTok like crazy.
Yeah, TikTok, yeah.
I know you're on that
Well-
TikTok like a madman.
Well, from time to time, I mean, when I do get on it, it is difficult for me to stop.
Right.
But TikTok is a stress reliever,
Okay.
as opposed to Twitter. I don't even open anymore.
Oh, I don't know. You're very political. Twitter's not good for people like you.
Yeah.
And I mean, the people that I want to pay attention to on Facebook have completely dropped the politics. I occasionally put something political up, but I'm watching the political shows on YouTube a lot less.
That's all right. That's good.
Good
Good for your brain.
because if I think maybe the story will be positive, I'll watch it.
Nice.
A lot of times I've been tricked, and it was a story that made the acid start going in my stomach again. And, well, yeah, I've cut a lot of politics.
So you
out.
are cutting out social media. Look at that.
I am.
Good. Are you hanging out with enough like-minded individuals, enough like-minded people?
Well, the only people that I've hung out with is you, Mo, Justin, occasionally Dre on FaceTime.
Are we like-minded? You tell us.
I would say so. I mean, you guys like. Well, you guys like to laugh. I mean,
Yeah, but you know what we'll be laughing at. It's crazy.
But that's increasingly harder to find.
People laughing?
Yeah, like people even wanting to laugh.
Yeah.
We can't help but laugh. Not that we want to. It gets real.
I mean,
crazy
there are
in here.
like particular people in different parts of the hospital that I would be able to go and I would be able to talk to, and we'd laugh together, and that's pretty much gone.
Wow.
Mm,
You're running out of people to laugh with. That's very sad.
yeah.
Laughter is a cure-all, they say.
Even my colleagues in pastoral care, we just don't yuck it up as much. There's kind of it's definitely my stress reliever. Is being silly and trying to make each other laugh, and everyone is just so busy now. It's just there's no time for it.
No, we've got a lot of time for laughter, right, Justin?
Oh, yeah.
We can't help
we
it.
got all day, 24/7.
Just to laugh it up. Laugh
Yeah.
and laugh and laugh. I mean, look, how can we not? Look at this guy. Justin just ignored you during your most vulnerable moment in the beginning of the show. How could we not laugh at this? How could you
I
not?
didn't know you.
You threw your headphones off and walked across the room while he was explaining himself.
We thought we had brought him to a new level of compassion, but I think that we were wrong.
I didn't think that ever. You were wrong. You were wrong. So how many things did you nail on that list? You said you're steering clear of social media. You're with some like-minded people. You're trying to make changes. So you hit about 3.
2.5.
2.5? Why?
Collect-minded people.
Well, he's the one that can answer that. He's the one. We went on vacation with him. We didn't kill each other.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. So look at you. You're making progress. Look at that. He's making progress already. I think the complaining should come down a little bit, but, that wasn't on the list. Maybe that's on Justin's list. My man was complaining about Bernie Mac in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Complaining about he wants sticky floors in his restaurants, which I don't get that.
Yeah.
He wants to get deals at the bowling alley because his grandpa got the deal, but your grandpa was like a bowling legend, so it doesn't make sense for you to get the same deal.
No, you got that story wrong.
Give me the deal.
No.
You were like, I want the same deal as grandpa.
Yeah.
You're like,
you-
grandpa
you-
was
you got the story
grandpa
all
was
wrong.
a bowling legend, though.
And you're like 10
I was
years
talking
old.
about the difference between a corporately owned bowling alley and a family-owned bowling alley.
No, what you said
And I
is
told you about 2 great experiences that I had.
no. One of them
the
wasn't you.
family-owned
One of them
bowling
was not
alley in
you.
Schenectady.
One of them was not you. One of them was your grandpa. You can't take that. Wasn't your experience. The other
I saw
one,
part of it, and I was impressed.
I don't know.
I really had a good time.
That episode was a lot about you complaining about things.
Well,
But I got stuff to
I do
complain about
complain
later.
too much. I mean, I can admit that. I mean, that's one of my growing edges.
I got stuff to
know?
complain about later, so I can't really talk. I'm a big complainer too.
But
So-
half of my complaining is done tongue in cheek. I just complaining just to kind of joke around.
I don't know.
If you say so.
Yeah, if you say so. The triangle-shaped roof on IHOP, that was a little much.
I don't know about that.
I don't go to IHOP anymore because they don't have a triangle roof anymore. What are you going to drop off on a skateboard? Why do you need to be a
Yeah.
triangle roof?
Yeah.
And how much skin in the game do you think I had when I was saying that? I mean,
A
the
lot.
stakes were not high on that.
You told me you didn't want to go to IHOP anymore or Denny's for some reason. I forgot why you don't want to go to Denny's.
Oh, I told you why I didn't want to go to Denny's.
Why?
Because I saw that
Oh, the
thing on
meat,
TV
right?
about beef slurry.
Oh, the meat was all weird? It's like,
Yeah.
what did you say it was?
The beef slurry is when they take all the meat off of the carcass, but there's still pieces left on it.
Yeah.
And so then they scrape all that off, and a lot of times the stuff they scrape off has E. coli in it. So they wash it in ammonia, and then they package that they package that, all
together.
those pieces together, and they sell it as hamburger.
Oh, well.
And then when I
guess-
went to Denny's and the lady said, "Do you want your burger?" She said, "Do you want it well or medium well?" I thought she said, "Do you want it medium to well?" So I said medium because I like to eat my burgers rare. And she's like, "No, well done to medium well." I said, "I guess medium well." And she brought out this thing that looked like a machine had made the burger. It had like this weird pattern in it. It looked like it came off a conveyor belt, and it was
bleached.
it was like leather. And I'm like, oh my god, I bet this is beef slurry.
Ugh. I'm thinking
So,
twice about getting
yeah.
a burger from Denny's.
I just, it turned me off. So
Well, that's understandable. The roof, we can't give you that. And the sticky
Yeah.
floors, we
The
can't give you
sticky
that.
floors,
I don't want
no, no,
sticky
no.
floors. I got Jordans
Yeah.
on. I don't want sticky Jordans.
Nope.
Man's walking like he's walking into a fucking spank booth.
we used to go to one of those old International House of Pancakes for our morning meetings when I sold insurance door to door when I got out of college.
Well, you could still go.
I used to love going to that place.
You could still go. They're still there. There's no triangle roof.
Well, that one that we used to go to is, I believe, is still open.
Well, listen. Me and Justin have our own suggestions now. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. You tell us if you want to do these. We're just we're trying to help you out. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna take this one. All right. You mentioned improv comedy. Okay. Now
Yes.
I think that if you're in a midlife crisis, I think you're thinking too much about yourself. Okay. I think you need to get outside of yourself. So I suggest you take some time. This is gonna be perfect because you also want to take away some responsibility. So I say you drop everything for like a year, and you go to a third world, underdeveloped country, and teach them improv comedy. Because nothing cures hunger and sadness more like laughter, like you said. So I think you should maybe go. You could live in like a hut and teach the people improv comedy. What do you think about that?
Yep.
If I had the opportunity, I'd take it.
You would do that?
Yeah.
Well, you're stronger than me. I wouldn't be doing that. I want to be. I need all my man. I need electricity and Starbucks. You going with him, Justin?
No.
So you would really go do that?
I would go knowing that probably the first week and a half, 2 weeks, I would be doing a lot of complaining, and then I would acclimate and everything would be fine.
Wow, I thought he was gonna give me like a straight hell no. I would
know,
never. I
right?
would never do that. Wow.
No,
look
because
at
I
you.
would love to see more of the world and live in a situation where I wasn't dependent on all the modern conveniences.
I've never said those words in my life. What about you, Justin?
No.
No, I don't even want to go
never did.
camping.
No.
I don't even.
My parents used to have a camp in the Adirondacks, and the cell phones didn't work up there. You know, there was a microwave up there, but we barely used it. We cooked everything, perked the coffee on the gas stove.
sounds awful. This
I-
sounds horrible.
I really loved it.
I've been camping. I hated it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound. Bugs, no Wi-Fi. You know, how are we gonna watch Chatterbait? How are we
know,
doing
right?
that?
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. I'm
So
good.
so what is the amount of time between watching Chatterbait? Like hours, days?
Well, you mean like how long we watch it all in one, like in a session?
No, like we watch.
in
it and then
between?
like how much time does it? Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched Chatterbait in days. I think it's
I
been
haven't
like
watched
5
it.
days,
Yeah.
4
It's been like
days.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
So
been.
you're
It's,
not. So you're not watching Chatterbait while you're doing the church stream.
me? No,
Yeah.
definitely. You don't even see my phone. My phone is in that little desk there. I would never do that. Never.
That's good to know.
I would never do that. You crazy? Imagine I pull it up on the little on the projector
You
right
accidentally
there.
Put it through
I know,
OBS.
Put it on the projector. That would be
Yeah.
great. Well, listen. How about this is my next suggestion. This is kind of like Chatterbait if you think about it a little bit. Why don't all the rage now? Why don't you go into hot yoga? Okay, there's many benefits for hot yoga. You go in
Hot
there.
yoga.
You go in there and the room is like scorching hot. You're sweating your balls off, and then you also do yoga whilst that is happening. And the heat makes it like 10 times harder to do it. I was just hearing somebody say like the first time you go, your only goal is to like stay in the room.
Yeah.
So yoga's hard enough, but then hot yoga. But then you see hot yoga, there's a lot of hot women in there. You know what I mean? You're an eligible bachelor. You know, everybody's in there. Everybody's wearing tight things.
Yeah, they're in
You
their
can
bikinis.
go. Yeah, maybe they're in the bikinis. Who knows? Maybe you can go to a nude hot yoga. They probably exist in some spiritual retreat.
I'd rather maybe take up skiing.
That's literally the exact opposite of hot
the
yoga.
opposite.
Like everybody's bundled up, it's cold. No. And then you have to go
There's
somewhere.
some naked skiing.
No, where is that? In Richardland? In your head? Where's that at?
I've seen videos of people doing it.
What are you watching? What part of Chatterbait is that on? My man said naked skiing.
Yeah, send me a link.
Naked. What? You shouldn't be
like,
watching
it was like
that.
It was like a joke video.
Mm-hmm,
I think there was one on YouTube. I mean, they
Uh-huh.
pixelated everything out, but
He's backpedaling now. Now it was blurred.
no, I'm not. It was a joke video. No, I don't know. I mean, I've always wanted to give yoga a try. I don't really like saunas or hot tubs. So
You don't like hot tubs? Because
No, only for a little while. I passed out a couple times in them. Yeah, I really have.
wow, it's too hot.
What's that?
It's too hot
Because of the heat.
Wow.
I don't like a lot of heat.
You don't do well in heat if you're passing out hot.
Like I love fall. I mean, it's not even cold enough yet.
No, fall's great. Like the perfect season.
It is.
So that's a no for. Well, okay, if you passed out in a hot tub, you're gonna catch a heart attack in hot yoga, because you gotta contort your body in ways you've never even thought of.
Yeah, so I would be willing to take a yoga class, see if I liked it. I mean, the people when I've gone on vacation, I've seen yoga classes taught on the beach
Yeah.
in the morning, and everybody really looked happy and peaceful. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that.
Yoga, I hate doing yoga. I've done it a few times. I hate it so much. It's awful. But maybe you'd like it. You should give it a shot. You can take a yoga
I
class.
used to have a friend that professed himself as this
Guru.
great devotee to yoga, and he was just out of shape, and he was just
The opposite of what he
he would
proclaimed.
start doing these contorting his body, and I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, it's yoga. I'm like, you're gonna hurt yourself. Just knock it off.
I wonder if they were real positions or if he was just clowning around.
I don't know.
Well, you'll know
He's
when you go there.
one of my friends that I characterize as one of my friends who's been partying like it's 1999 since 1985, and he hasn't stopped.
Still?
And he's lost his mind.
He's still a partier now?
Damn.
Yeah,
You should get him on your show.
He's out
know,
there.
right?
I don't know.
Well, he might be better for this show.
I don't know. He probably
We wouldn't get him to
he
show up.
probably lasts about 7 minutes and be offended by something and then get off.
Oh, that's okay. Then maybe not. Maybe if he's easily offended, this may not be the show.
If you think I'm self-involved, this guy has got me beat by
Oh boy.
by thousands.
Well, listen. Take a yoga class and let us know how it goes. We might go with you. We'll bring the cameras. The gritty note. I'll hire a yoga instructor for all of us.
No.
I'll hire a yoga instructor for me, you, and Crow. Can you imagine Mo doing the yoga? Oh my God, we'd never hear the end of it the next day.
He can't even do push-ups right.
Yeah, he almost bangs his head into the floor when he does push-ups. He's gonna hurt himself doing yoga.
The crabby old man would come out.
Oh my God.
This is stupid.
I can't. How do you move your body this way? I can't. How do you do this? The next day, I can only hear him the next day. Oh, I can't. My back. I can't come to church. I can't. My back hurts. My knee hurts. He's gonna be complaining. The Crow. Maybe me and you will go. I'll go with you. Next option. How about, this is an old school. This is a classic. What about a good motivational seminar to pick you right back up? And I think it should be Joel Osteen. I think we should take a road trip to Texas, and we should go see our boy, the man of God. Probably, listen, no offense, best preacher in town, Joel Osteen. Got to be the best.
No.
Why? So why you already brushed me off?
Because as far as like a motivational speaker, I don't want to commit myself into a room and I have to listen to somebody speak for over an hour.
Oh, you mean like church or any other event?
I know, right?
A comedy show? I mean, like, what's the difference between that and any other event?
Just like one person talking. No.
Okay, like,
Look, my sermons are only 20 to 25 minutes.
but the show is an hour or an hour and 20.
But the whole service. But there's music.
Yeah, have you never seen a Tony Robbins event? My man brings out water guns. You're writing shit down. Have you ever seen what you walk on hot coals? Like that shit's like a whole 3-day event.
Well, maybe I'll check that out.
Yeah,
But
check out a Tony
what
Robbins
I really would
event.
like. I really miss church the way we used to do church when I was at Bethel, Schenectady. Traveling to another church, seeing guest preachers speak, people up on their feet, people shouting, people singing.
That sounds like a Joel Osteen event to me. They have a band.
I really miss that.
They have a band at Joel Osteen.
Yeah,
See,
that's Christian music. I don't like Christian music.
What do you like?
I like gospel music.
That's Christian music.
Yeah, is it kind of the same thing?
No. Contemporary Christian music is a different genre of music.
It's all
I don't
worshiping
really care for it.
our Lord and Savior. I feel like you're being too negative about this. This is why you need a motivational seminar.
How is that? I'm expressing my personal preference. I don't like contemporary Christian music.
I don't even know what that means.
I like it when contemporary Christian artists do a different version of a hymn. There are some good songs. I like individual songs, but as a genre, like I don't put K-Love on my radio. I've tried to do the 30 days like they suggest, and you'll feel better, and I make it maybe about 4 days. Mm-hmm. I don't care for the music. And
everything you say.
Let me just share this with you. I was driving somewhere with my parents. My father has satellite radio. He's like, why don't we put on Christian music? And so I saw the contemporary Christian channel. I'm like, find the gospel station. He goes, no, this is Christian music. What, like you said, what difference does it make? I'm like, Dad, I don't care for this music. To me, all of it sounds the same. So we're driving down the road, and they play about 3 songs. And my father said, my God, this is a long song. And I'm like, it's not the same song. It's the 3rd song.
Well, I don't know much about Christian music, so I can't say. I'm going to have to take your word for it. All I know is I think you could use a good motivational speaker. Okay, I'm going to send you some videos.
I'd like to see a good preacher live.
Joel
like
Osteen.
when we would go down to Philadelphia and we would see the last bishop we had brought in like top nationally known preachers. People were on their feet, shouting hallelujah, smiling.
Well, if you're talking about the top, isn't Joel Osteen like at the top? He has like an arena.
Well, I don't know that I would want to go see a preacher in an arena, number one. It's just a little impersonal. It just seems impersonal to me. And Joel is pretty much like one level.
We can't win. We can't win with him, Justin. We can't win this one.
No, you can't.
We can't win this one.
Am I knocking Joel Osteen? I'm just saying that that he's not the preacher I would go to.
Just try it. You might have fun.
Okay, well, how about
I used to listen to Joel Osteen all the time, every Sunday morning.
Okay.
I would listen to G.E. Patterson. I think then Feed the Children would come on in the middle, and then Joel Osteen would come on. I used to watch that every Sunday before I went to church, and I kind of outgrew Joel Osteen. It just stopped speaking to me.
Okay, well, let me speak to you right now with this. This is something you're gonna have to do this because you've never even done it. I don't think you've done anything on this list, and you're still knocking them all. But this one you got to do.
But I would go to a third world country.
You need to go. Forget a third world country right now. Let's go to the happiest place on. Let's go to the happiest place on earth. You need a nice trip to Disney World because you've never been there.
That's right.
You need to go to Disney. We got to see Mickey. We got to see Goofy. We got to get you the Mickey ears.
He's never been there.
You should go. So we can so you can take awkward pictures with the Cinderella and take awkward pictures at the castle.
Yeah.
We'll get you a turkey. What is that shit they have? The damn turkey leg.
Mm-hmm.
How have you not been to Disney yet? That's wild.
They never took us when we were kids, and I never had.
You never want to take Mo? You and Mo go on a trip to Disney? He would love it. I don't think he's been either. I've only been like twice.
I don't think so.
So maybe we do a Gritty Knows
Well,
Best
maybe
Disney
I
trip.
would. I think it would be a good spiritual exercise because I know that
Is it?
in the beginning that there would be a lot of eye rolling
Why?
and complaining.
Well, we got to get
And,
fast passes. Then we won't need to do
oh,
all
look
that.
at there's Mickey. Oh, look at listen to his high
How you gonna
voice.
roll your eyes at Mickey?
Huh?
How you gonna roll your eyes at Mickey
I know,
in
right?
the flesh,
It's some person in a suit.
bro? When you walk through, you see, like when you walk through the doors, you gotta drop all that shit. It's the magic
Well, that's
of
why I
Disney.
said it would be a good spiritual exercise. It would take me out of
You're gonna be like, oh my God, it's Mickey.
yeah. Take me out of, my world of sickness and death. And
The only exercise you need to do is hot yoga. Okay, that's the only exercise.
no, the hot yoga, I'm not down with that at all.
And finally, this is exercise. I think you need to do.
The only hot places I like are deserts because there's no humidity.
Okay, have you ridden in the desert before?
Well, I was in Israel and I was in Jordan and I loved the heat.
So you've
It
been
was
to
dry
Israel and
heat.
you've been to Jordan, but you've never been to the happiest place on earth, Disney World.
No.
Oh, that's
And
a little bit.
I've been to the desert outside of San Diego, and I felt like I was in a kiln, and I liked that. But
I thought you. Okay, I'm not even gonna. I thought you passed out in a hot tub,
I know, right?
and now you're
I think
now
it's
you're
the
Mr.
humidity.
Desert. Now he's Mad Max, riding around the. He passed out in a
I don't know,
hot
it's some-
tub, and then he's walking through Jordan.
well, the first time I passed out, I did have a lot of liquor in me.
Yeah, you can't win with this guy. And finally, I think this is probably the perfect thing for you to do.
All right.
I think you need to take like a karate class or like martial arts.
Karate class.
Yeah,
I would like to do that.
You need to hit some boards. You need to hit some bags. You need a sensei to tell you that you're being ridiculous, and then you also get that satisfaction when you're around all the kids are gonna be around, all the adults or whoever you're with. Maybe you take a kids class. I don't know, and they give you, hey, Rich, come up for your yellow stripe, yay, and make you happy.
Well, we don't have to do all
yay.
that, but
no,
there's
you
a-
need
there's
that.
a-
You need that. You need to build. No, you need that. You need the belt. You need the gi. You need the board. You need to take like an elementary school karate class to make you feel good.
No.
You need an elementary school. Hi-ya! Like that.
Hiya!
Yeah. That's what you need to do. Something because
There is a
you're
martial arts place up the street from my house that I
with Tiger
would like to-
Showman's.
Yeah, Tiger Showman.
Hi-ya!
I forgot what kind of martial arts, but I would like to feel more secure in being able to defend myself.
Do they have a midlife crisis class? All like the people with midlife crises go to learn karate.
I know, right?
You guys fight each other. You guys hit the boards, hit the bags. You guys get special belts. Maybe we should chip in and we'll get them a couple classes.
Special robe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
To wear my karate robe in the pulpit.
Well, now you're getting crazy.
Now you
Maybe
get
maybe
I'll wear my
maybe,
karate
maybe
robe
Sunday.
when-
Maybe
when you
Sunday it's
fly-
on Halloween.
Fly me in from the balcony.
So you do a karate class.
yeah, I would like to do that.
Wow. Justin, what do you got for him?
Alright, so since you like singing happy birthday, maybe you should go to karaoke. Be a singer.
I feel like he's done karaoke before though.
I've done karaoke.
He's
yeah.
had to.
Have you?
He's had
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
What's your favorite karaoke song?
I don't know that I have a favorite. I look
What's your
through the list,
go-to?
find what I like.
If I threw a karaoke machine in front of you right now, what are you gonna play?
Oh boy. I don't know.
I would probably play Spice Girls. If you wanna be my lover, gotta get with my friends. It can last forever. Friendship never ends.
How about That's
well,
Life?
here's
by,
a story from A to Z. You wanna get with me? You gotta what? Frank Sinatra?
American
like,
Woman.
yeah, some kind of Frank Sinatra.
Get
thing.
away from me!
American Woman.
What would
I
you
can't
sing,
carry
Justin?
a tune that well anymore. I don't know what happened to my voice.
What would you sing,
Oh,
Justin?
really?
I used
What
to
would-
sing all the time in church before I became a pastor.
What would you
Now I
sing,
can't
Justin?
even sing the Gloria Patri on tune.
Damn.
What would you sing, Justin? DMX or
probably,
Eminem? Stan?
Probably.
Dear
Eminem
Slim!
Or maybe Lil Peep.
You gonna sing a Lil Peep song? Which one?
Lil Bo Peep and the brand new bangs.
I don't think it's Brand New Whip. You don't even get the fucking words right. It's your favorite song. I don't think they have Lil Peep in karaoke machines. I don't know. They might. So karaoke, he's done that. He's been through that. He's been through that.
How about working at Utica Coffee?
Ah, you should. That's your favorite place? Well, yeah, he just said he doesn't need another job.
I don't need another job.
You want him grinding
How
coffee?
about just going to Utica Coffee and spending the afternoon drinking it, not waiting on people?
Yeah, you're trying to stress him out even more.
How about, since you like driving around, how about an Uber driver?
Again, another job. You're giving him more work.
Yeah, but
that's something I kind of regret I didn't do.
You could,
you can still
Not
do
Uber
it.
driving, but my uncle Al used to drive stock cars. And he said, he goes, I think you would be a great race car driver. And I never had the mindset to like put the money aside, get a car and get into it. And I now at this point in my life, I wish I had at least done street stocks and given it a try.
Rich the race car driver. You could still rent you could rent a track for like an hour and just go to town on the car.
You could still do that.
You could do that. You don't have to get in the game. You could rent the track out and start spinning the fucking track.
Yeah.
You can get that would be a good stress relief.
Mm-hmm.
Did you try that? Put Mo in the car and watch him vomit. Yeah, he'll pass out.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I love going fast. Nah, I didn't say. Nah, it's the turns. The turns got me. That's what I didn't know you was gonna turn like that. What else you got, Justin?
How about starting a family?
Oh, that's a big.
Are we talking about reducing my stress?
Well, I mean, it's a stress reliever to start creating a family. The act of creating a family is a major stress reliever.
I'd have to think about that.
We should. I mean, we should. I was talking about setting you up on a dating show. We should do a dating show for Pastor instead.
Oh, see, next on my list, if you start a family and you have a kid, you could be like a little league coach. You could teach.
Another job. Now he's wrangling a bunch of fucking crazy ass kids. This is the stress list.
I would be a terrible coach.
This is you. Can you imagine how many balls and bats would be flying at those kids' heads?
Do you know how competitive I am?
Bro, those kids would be getting berated left and right. Jimmy, I told you your fucking foot. You gotta put it back when you swing like that.
Like a hickapoo.
I would be. I
What are
would
you,
be yelling
blind?
at the kids. I'd be teaching them how to slide to break the first baseman's ankle.
Your little league team would be getting into brawls with all the other teams.
Get him!
Today, the Utica Rockets got into a massive brawl with the Buffalo Buffaloes.
I know, right?
Richard Moran socked the other coach.
Hit him with your helmet.
Yeah, Justin, you need to come up with some stress relievers.
There's a lot that Jesus keeps in check with me.
I hope.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
No, when I used to do sports in high school, I was
You're a loon.
yeah, I was pretty aggressive, and I even backed up the gym teacher a couple times.
Whoa.
How about being an actor?
Wait, why'd you press the gym teacher?
Yeah.
There was this one kid that used to just pound on me during gym, and so we were playing floor hockey, and he pushed me into the bleachers, and I came around with my stick to take his head off. And Mr. DeCoco says, "Okay, Moran, knock it off." And I'm like, "Get the beep out of my way."
How old were you? You in high school?
I was in high school.
Oh
yeah.
boy,
He's like, all right. the look of fear on his face registered, and I'm
I
like,
could
"All right,
imagine.
you're over the top on this."
I could imagine.
But like in lacrosse, I mean,
Another stick
the-
sport.
the coach was like, go stand on the side. I mean, I would knock people down, hit people with my stick.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
So
else you got,
when
Justin?
I was doing, track, it's an individual sport.
You cover
you know,
clotheslining people on the other.
I never
tripping people.
elbowed anybody. I did try to elbow somebody in one race, but I missed.
See, that's dangerous. You're gonna elbow somebody with a running top speed. You're
Yeah.
gonna break their fucking heads.
Well, I mean, I was doing long distance.
You're running miles.
We weren't sprinting.
Oh, okay. What do you got, Justin? An actor?
Oh, that's pretty much all I got. Acting.
He was an actor already. He already
Yeah,
been there.
I wouldn't mind doing a play again.
You want to do
Yeah,
another play?
so-
Why don't you Why don't you write a play for the church? We'll put on a play. Me,
Well,
you, Mo.
that's a good. I thought maybe that instead of doing a play, that maybe we would film a movie.
You want us to film a movie for the church?
Yeah,
We could do that.
because Sister Linda wants to do a play, and I'm figuring in the time of COVID, I mean, why do a play when we can, record something and put it up, on YouTube?
And what would we do? What show would we do?
Yeah,
Grease?
yeah.
Would we do Grease?
No, I think we should write something on our own.
Oh, we do a whole. I mean, I don't know how much we could write for a church.
Well, the church. Let me put it this way: the church can come together and put something together.
No, Gritty might write you a rom-com.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah,
So,
I could write you a rom com.
Yeah.
Well, you could.
Pastor is gonna be in his own rom com soon. He told me he got a big bucket of candy. He's gonna be passing out to the nurses on Halloween.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he's gonna make his rounds.
Wow.
You like that? He's getting
Yeah,
some-
like
and
that.
then Gritty suggested I drop the bucket,
yeah.
and then when I'm picking it up, a beautiful nurse will kneel down, and our eyes will lock, and the music will play. And
That's what I said. It's gonna be a new nurse that day. You're never gonna see
Yeah.
her before. You're gonna stumble and drop your bucket. Oh, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, let me help you out." And you're gonna be like, "Oh, I've
Yeah.
never seen you before." She's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm new here." Blah 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 blah. She's gonna be in her 20s, so you're gonna have a nice young girlfriend.
no, that's no.
What do you mean no?
What do you
No.
mean, no?
You don't
No,
want a nice
because
young
I've
20
always been
something?
attracted to people my age.
Okay. Anyway, weirdo. You're like, you don't want a nice 30-year-old?
Yeah, you need a nice 30, 35.
If it happened, it happened, but that's not generally where I'm looking.
You want girls your exact age?
No, around my age.
Okay. They say that men who are usually like a little older than their wives, like they have longer lives. When they date under a little bit,
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
usually live a little longer. You ever hear that study?
Well, yeah, a little younger, but
That's a little younger.
All right, so 35 is good.
Yeah, 35-year-old. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna say no. But
How could you? When your eyes lock, when your eyes lock out of the elevator, you can't say no. She's gonna seduce you.
there's a beautiful woman that works in a bakery in the city.
Oh.
You got okay.
Italian woman, nice jet black hair,
I don't know where that was
about my
going.
age,
Okay.
that I enjoy seeing when I go into the bakery.
Oh, we got a prospect.
Okay.
Where's she at? Where's this?
In Schenectady.
Oh, hometown girl. Well, what are we doing? What are we doing about this?
I don't know what we're doing about it. I'm gonna go buy more bread.
You come on. We need to get something moving here.
I have to do a lot of prayer. It's been many years.
How long have you been seeing this girl in the bakery?
I first noticed her about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Rex.
Have you been making Have you been making conversation with her, or do you just say, "Let me get a
little
bread," and you leave like a dweeb? You talk to her.
A little bit, and but then, some 90-year-old Italian man, falls into the door and
Well, that's when old Rich got to come out. You got to
"I
start
need my
pushing.
bread."
You got to start pushing guys out the way. You got to the old high school Rich got to
That was
come
good
out.
talking to you. Okay, yes,
You got
yes,
to
sir.
start
What can I
tripping
get for
guys.
you?
You need to go in there.
That's
You
your
need to.
name. That's your number.
Hey, Justin,
and
we
we'd
gotta
like to get to know you.
we gotta get something. He gotta do something creative or something with this. We gotta
Yeah.
get him to take this girl out.
Yeah.
You gotta like, I don't know, do something where you get some FaceTime with her. Order like a fucking 100 loaves of bread. Just overwhelm her with your order. That way she can't take anybody else's order. Then you just talk to her.
I should find out if she's married.
That would be a good. Have you seen a ring on her finger?
No.
Have you looked?
Okay.
Are you saying you haven't seen it? Like you've looked and haven't seen it, or you just haven't even noticed?
I haven't specifically looked, but
You haven't noticed a ring.
I
on
didn't
her finger.
notice one. I do usually notice wedding rings, so.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
Look
alright.
we're learning a lot about Rich. He has his eye on somebody.
I know, right?
Look at that. We got to do something. We gotta figure this out. Well, let's first figure out if she's married.
Yeah.
That's kind of not a little. I guess it's a little ironic because in your favorite movie, The Moonlight, that guy, your favorite character, works at a bakery making bread, and now that could be your opening conversation. Hey, have you seen this dumb movie, The Moonlight with Cher? And she's gonna be like,
like
oh
The
my God,
Moonlight?
yes, I love that movie. And then you guys start talking, say, hey, how about you come over to my house, Netflix and chill, we watch it.
Hey, I could chop my finger off for you.
Yeah, tell her you're gonna chop your hand off like in the movie.
It's called Moonstruck.
Yeah,
Same thing.
tell her you want to take her to see Moonstruck at your house.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's always a possibility.
That's right. Look at that.
Right.
You got to keep us updated. When's the next time you're gonna get some bread?
Oh, maybe a couple weeks.
No. You got to be going every week. What do you mean you get bread every couple weeks?
Next week.
She's gonna forget about your ass. You got to be a regular in there.
Yeah.
You got to be a fucking regular.
Yep.
I mean, said, how often do you get bread? You're Italian. Shouldn't you be getting one every week? You should be going like every Sunday,
Yeah.
every Saturday.
Like 2 times a week.
Yeah. What kind of Italian are you?
Well, it's kind of out of my way, so that's why I don't get it on the regular.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, it needs to start becoming in your way.
Yeah.
We need to start,
I could go before work. I don't know if she works that early, but
you gotta start
I
finding
could
out.
see.
Gotta start finding out.
Yeah.
You gotta start rapping to this girl. Well, looks like we
Well,
have something happening, something blossoming possibly. What are you gonna say?
I want to share this with you. There's another bakery across the street,
Oh,
Okay.
and they make cookies and pastries, and they serve lunch. And I went in there to get some cookies to bring to a party, and there's a young girl behind the counter, and she says, "May I help you?" I said, "Yes, I would like an assortment of 2 dozen cookies." And she said, "No, sir, we only sell them by the pound."
okay.
All right.
What are you saying?
So I said, "Okay, well then give me a pound of cookies." You can't count out 24 cookies and weigh
No,
them?
to be fair, whenever I go order cookies, I order by pounds. I never order by exact numbers.
Yeah.
Because they have a scale right there, so they have to weigh it, and that's how they pay you. That's how they figure out the price.
I know, but you can count out 24 cookies
And see how much it
and
weighs.
put it on the scale.
I don't know. You're asking for a lot.
Yeah.
Let's get a half a pound of cookies and call it a day. It's like $10. Half a pound, 12 cookies. What is that? Who's that for?
I went over to Bishop Tony's house.
And you're only gonna get 12?
No, I got 24.
Oh, 24. Right.
Who
right.
doesn't? Well, whatever a pound was. I don't know how many cookies were in the box.
Yeah, I never walked into an Italian bakery and got a specific amount of cookies. I'd always just say, give me an assortment of, let me get a half a pound, let me get a pound, whatever. Well, how about you go to the other bakery and ask her for that and see what she says?
They don't make
Ask
cookies.
your girlfriend. Oh, they
They
just
don't
make bread?
cookies. Bread, tomato pie,
Tomato
pepper.
pie.
Well, they make peppers. They don't make pepper cookies. They make pepper sticks.
Pepper sticks. That's all your favorite stuff. Look at that.
Yeah.
He loves pepper sticks. Well, we got something. We got something on the horizon. We may have a possible girlfriend for Pastor Moran. We don't know yet because he's slacking. He's going every fucking 4 weeks. You don't even recognize him now.
I know, right?
That's right. Is there anything that we named that you might actually go with?
No, he said karaoke.
He's just done it though. He's done it already. I think my list was probably the most plausible.
He said acting.
He done it already. I think he's gonna go to karate
I'd like
class.
to do it again, though. I would.
Yeah,
like to
he
do
liked
it
to
again.
do it again.
I think he's gonna go to karate.
Yeah, that's probably the most plausible one.
Yep, he's gonna do karate.
What about getting married?
He can't. You see how attentive he is to this bread girl. We got to get him to go to the bread the bread shop first.
I've been single for so long.
No, that needs
That
to
the
change.
idea
We need to
is,
change that.
it would be a hill to climb. There'd be a lot of
No,
nervousness and uncertainty.
You better climb that hill.
Yeah,
And I
you
don't know
better
if I
start
want to
climbing.
feel like I was in high school again.
Oh my god! What do you got to be nervous about?
Yeah.
You're a pastor, so you're good with your words. You got to start rapping to these girls. You got to start talking smooth. Bring out smooth Rich.
Yeah, come on, Rich.
Spit a freaking sermon at these broads. Start quoting Bible verses. Hey, this verse says such and such. You know what that means? We're gonna fuck. Something like that. Not like that. That's too aggressive.
Yo, let me
This is
tell you
too
something,
aggressive.
brother.
What'd you say? You want to have sex with his brother? What'd you say?
I said, let me tell you something.
You talking about Hulk Hogan? I don't know if he wants to do that. Well, Pastor, listen, this was pretty much a joke. I don't think you're really going through a midlife crisis, but
No, I know, and I appreciate your concern. I have been a bit down in the dumps.
well, we could see that.
Yeah.
We could see that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, we'll take you, go on your first date with the girl, take her to an arcade, and let off some steam.
That'd
Let
be
off some
fun.
steam. Look at that.
Play some skee ball.
That's right.
Yeah, just don't say that there's nothing left to do in life.
Yeah, that was weird. That was wild. There's tons to
plenty
do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you have not done yet. You haven't even been to Disney. My man's acting like he's done it all, like he's been around the
I know,
block.
right?
He hasn't even been
Come
to
on.
Disneyland, let alone Disney
on, Pat.
World. And I've done it all. I've seen it all. I've been around the gamut.
Come on, Rich.
Have you even been married once?
No,
So you haven't been married. You don't have a kid. You didn't go to Disney.
Yeah.
You have not done it all.
Yeah.
They're not even close.
I mean, Disney's never even really been on my radar.
Well,
No,
that's
no,
why
it is.
you have the next part of your life. There's seasons and there's times and things. I was watching the Anthony Bourdain documentary today, which was fantastic.
Who's that?
You don't know who Anthony Bourdain is?
No.
Bro, he's like a super famous food reviewer, chef, TV personality. You know who he is, right, Pastor?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, did he commit suicide?
He did commit suicide, but I watched a tremendous documentary on him today, and he didn't even start. Well, he was a chef for a long time, but I don't think he got his fame till he was around 45, and I don't think he started his family till around his late 40s, early 50s.
Oh, see?
I was just watching it today, and he was all happy.
God,
And I
there you
love
go.
it. He got his daughter late in life, and he's still,
Mhm.
I mean, he was still going until he committed suicide. He was still doing the show. So how could you say you have done it all?
Well, I kind of wish that I had children,
Well,
but
there's only one way to get that done.
I mean, the one thing that I'm glad that I didn't have children because of my drug addiction. So
That's good.
a kid didn't have to go through that.
Well, Anthony Bourdain also had one when he was younger, and then he had his child in his later life when he was all nice and clean. So look, There's a
And I don't
little
know that
roadmap
I'd
there.
want to bring a life into the world right now.
Well, we need a Gritty Knows Best like baby soon. So it's either gonna be you or Dre and Stephanie because we need the vlogs, we need the content.
Or Mo.
No, let's not have Mo have a baby. Let's not.
I'm not saying we have to have him, but we might have him.
You think you think he's gonna be the first one to do it? Because right now, Stephanie and Dre keep saying no, that they don't want to do it.
Yeah, but him and Jasmine are soulmates.
I know. I'm laying out the field right now. Hold on. I'm saying that Dre and
Mo's
Stephanie.
yelling at cars that honk outside his door. What's he gonna do with a kid?
Yeah, he's gonna kick it out the window. I'm just saying. I'm just laying out the playing field. Okay, I'm not even interested at all. You're not interested at all, Justin. Dre and Stephanie want to, but they said like 2 years from now. Pastor still has to go to the bakery first before he even gets any thought about that.
Well,
So
if,
Mo,
say that I did get together with this woman. We're not having kids.
how do you know?
Yeah,
You might fall in love that night.
Mhm.
Boom, like a rom-com.
I would suspect that she is past that stage in her life.
I mean, you don't know that for a fact. Maybe she froze her eggs and she's waiting for the right guy to unfreeze them.
Maybe.
Why are you assuming? You like Justin over there assuming things. So realistically, Mo's the one that moves.
They're sitting in the freezer with the pizza dough.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't. It's too close.
Right next to the pizza
A
dough.
little too close to the bread. That's not the kind of eggs I want on my bread. Mo is the one that moves the fastest with this kind of stuff. So realistically, if we had to bet, it would be Mo.
It'll be Mo.
You think Mo's gonna have the baby first? Well, I already have the bet with me and him that I know he's gonna have a baby before me. For sure.
Yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
sure he's having a baby before me.
Definitely, yeah.
There's no question. Pastor, what do you think? Who's gonna have the baby first in this whole group?
If I had to bet on it, I would probably say Mo.
Right. I know you don't like putting that out in the atmosphere. I know, blah 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 blah. But you're going with Mo.
Yeah.
I can't wait. We need that. That's gonna be great for the show.
My prayer for Mo is that he gets married and then has the kids.
You want him to be married first? You don't. You
Yes.
should have a child out of wedlock. Is that like an AME rule?
Well, yeah, I think it's a preferred way of having kids from a
No, if Jay gets
religious.
pregnant, he might get married
perspective.
first.
Well, then he already had kind of made the kid already.
No, he could get married before the kid is
Arrives.
born. Yeah.
That's kind of a gray area, but yeah. Then I guess. Well, the way Mo's going, they'll probably be married next year.
Yeah.
I could imagine.
Mhm.
I could see that. Pastor, how did you like hanging out with us? Pastor was hanging out with me, Jasmine, and Mo. We went to the Halloween store. How'd you like that?
Oh,
I
yeah,
had a
how
great
was-
time.
How
I
was that?
enjoyed myself.
I saw the videos on Instagram.
Mo shaking his ass on Pastor's car for some reason.
It looked
That
fun.
was very odd. We were sitting there in the car, and then Mo just comes and starts showing us his ass out of nowhere in the middle of the Michaels parking lot.
Yeah. Yo, look at my ass, yo.
That was wild.
Putting it on my nice clean car.
Yeah, he just got a car wash, and he got the crow shitting on his car. So we all got to hang out. Justin, we just need Justin and Dre up here.
Yeah.
We got the big family reunion.
Hopefully this month.
Yeah, this month is almost over.
We'll see.
You ain't coming up this month. You ain't
This
coming up
month
this
is flying by.
Yeah, you ain't coming
I
up this
know,
month,
right?
dude. Get the fuck out of here. You
We'll
ain't
see.
coming up this month. No, I don't
I,
think
you know,
so.
and the bad thing is I just keep forgetting how busy October is.
It's very
Yeah.
busy. Everything is this month. Every kind of awareness is this month too.
It is.
It's like the busiest
Yeah.
month of the year for me.
There's a lot of stuff going on with church in October, and there's even more stuff going on with the church this October.
Got a lot to do. We got lots to do
Yeah.
here. We got lots to do here. We'll get into that. We're gonna get into that later on in the show. Me and Justin have a little bit of an announcement to make, just a small one, but you're gonna want to stay tuned to hear about it. All right. Now we talked about TikTok earlier. Do you guys see that now YouTube is trying to get in on this trend. They got the YouTube Shorts now. I've been scrolling through that like crazy. Just scrolling through YouTube. I think I'm on TikTok. I forget what app I'm on.
I saw they have TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched them.
Yeah, I forget what app I'm on because now Instagram and YouTube are pretty much like taking, they have the Instagram Reels and they have the YouTube Shorts. So I forget what app. I'm swiping and swiping and swiping. So you haven't looked at any of the YouTube Shorts?
Not really.
I know Pastor loves his TikTok, but you haven't watched any YouTube Shorts, right?
No, my time's limited on Facebook. I'm just on it for church, and then I
Facebook.
Scroll Facebook, yeah.
YouTube. We're talking about YouTube.
We're talking about YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Oh,
Yeah,
YouTube Shorts. Oh, okay. I got confused.
Have you seen those?
Well, the only reason why I know YouTube's got shorts is because
you made them.
Yeah, our devotional minutes are all shorts.
Right. So you're creating them. So I was going through Instagram Shorts the other day, and I really usually don't like a lot of the TikTok and Instagram stuff. You already know the only TikTok I like, Justin. Which one is it?
Yeah.
Which one?
Got a small face, pretty face, and a big ass.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only TikTok I like is when the girls are doing that. But I did find an interesting YouTube short that I'm gonna play because it fascinated me. It fascinated me.
This man ordered Domino's every day for 10 years until Domino's employees realized something was very wrong, and what happened will shock you. Kirk Alexander is a 48-year-old man who lives alone in his house in Salem, Oregon. And his favorite food is pizza, and for 10 years Alexander has ordered from the same Domino's pizza shop every day. But one day he suddenly stopped, and the Domino's employees were very shocked when they found out why. Sarah Fuller, the general manager for the Domino's shop, saw that he hadn't ordered in 11 days straight, and she knew something was wrong. So Fuller decided to send an employee named Tracy Hemblin to go check on their loyal customer. As he approached the front door, he could see that the lights inside were on, but when he knocked, no one answered. So Sarah called 911, and when police arrived, they found him on the floor gasping for air. He had suffered a stroke, but this is when the story gets way better. He has since made a full recovery, and the host of Good Morning America gave the entire restaurant staff an amazing gift. They all got tickets to the premiere of Captain America: Civil War.
That's it?
My first thought is, that was my first thought when the thing was over was, that's what they got? The movie tickets?
$1 billion corporation giving tickets to a movie.
They got movie tickets?
It's a really good movie, but...
How do they know everybody wants to see that?
I know, right?
Like, did they know there was a big Marvel store? Like, everybody in the store loved Marvel? That was my first thought, too, at the end was, movie tickets? Like, you save a man's life, and you get movie. You can get that, like, you can open up a fucking Coke bottle and find that in the cap. You could get a movie ticket or something like that. Like, you can find that on the back of a cereal box, probably. My man, they saved this man's life, and they in a movie. They get to see the free. Take them to the set of the movie. Let them see it get filmed.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had the same thought.
Yeah.
And then my other thought was, obviously, what did she say? 10 years of eating Domino's every day? I'm surprised it took him that long to have a heart attack. But what do you expect?
That too, but I didn't want to bring that up because at least they went and checked on him.
That's the best part of the story. But I'm just saying, I can't even imagine eating Domino's every day for that long.
Well, that's probably why he had the stroke.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm surprised it took 10 years. I'm thinking like maybe 5 with all that cheese every day.
Every day.
There's no way. That can't be true. That can't be true. The arteries must be just like concrete. Just totally clogged and fucking just nothing's getting through there. But it's a very fascinating story.
Speaking of Domino's.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
You like that?
Out of all you said that you ordered Domino's.
I ordered Domino's the other day for the first time in Utica, and let me tell you, that was great because I was thinking about Domino's for a while, and I didn't even know where it was. But I love Domino's. To anybody that doesn't know, I fucking love Domino's.
Yeah, you thought it was like an hour away.
I didn't know, because I never even seen it. I haven't passed it, so I'm like, let me just check on the map. Meanwhile, it's only 4 minutes away, And by the time they got here, that pie was piping hot. It was great. They came all the way up to the 16th floor. I loved it. I got to shout out to Domino's over here because they did me right. They did me real right. That was great.
Shout out to me too.
Yeah, because you put the thought back in my head. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because I usually get Domino's on Halloween. That's like my tradition. I usually go order it for Halloween. So I'm definitely gonna do it this year because that shit is right down the street. What were you gonna say, Pastor?
Well, I like the flavor of Domino's, but my thing is that you live in Utica.
Yeah, I lived in the Bronx. What's your point?
There's really good pizza in Utica.
I lived in the Bronx. You ain't topping the Bronx. You ain't topping the Bronx. You're not topping Brooklyn.
Yeah,
you
but what
ain't
I'm saying
doing
is a Utica pizza tops Domino's.
Okay, but I'm sure you can say that about any kind of pizza if you want to make that argument.
I don't know about that.
My dad used to. Have you had my dad's pizza, Justin?
No.
My dad makes pizza.
Yeah. I did.
What'd you think about it?
It was really good.
My dad makes pizza from scratch. Okay, since I was a child. There's been days.
My mother does too.
There has been days where my dad would make a pie and I would order Domino's right in his face. I would order Domino's and eat it, my whole pie, while the rest of them are eating my dad's pizza.
What kind of passive aggressive stuff is that?
It's not passive aggressive. It's like I wanted pizza. I didn't want that pizza. I want Domino's. I love Domino's.
I took me ticket one time. I came over for a pay-per-view. He made pizza and we ordered Domino's.
Hey,
he made those small triangles.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He usually made the square ones though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember what he said?
No.
Yeah, he always just looked at me like a fucking moron. He was always pissed about that. He was always pissed about that.
There's a place in Utica that I always have a hard time pronouncing. It's something like Squizzos or something like that. We got to go there. That is really good pizza.
We went to a pizzeria recently. We went to Uno's, a chain restaurant, and you had a deep dish.
Yeah.
Uno's is good.
You have had Uno's before?
I had Uno's.
You're a big fan. I used to drink.
They used to have it in Queens.
They used to have them in a lot in the New York in the city. And I don't know. I just haven't been to one since I was a little kid. So when I found out there was one up here, we had to go. I didn't get pizza. I got shrimp scampi. It was okay. It was alright.
I was telling my sister about it, and she said she goes, I can't remember how long it's been for me. I just remember I wasn't impressed. And I said, well, I think the last time I was in a pizzeria Uno was in 1990, and it was all right.
It's nothing to write home about. It's more of it's more nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
So you like that YouTube short? That was like the most interesting YouTube short I've ever, like any kind of TikTok or short I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting story.
It was good.
It was good. I'm glad the guy's all right. I hope he changed his eating habits after that. Domino's does make some salads.
Probably not. I doubt it.
But let me tell you this right now. Although that was interesting, there is something, I don't know if you've seen this, Justin, because you would probably see this out of anybody. Have you seen this? Pisses me off. This pisses me off to no end. You know how you could do a duet on TikTok where you have your screen next to somebody's screen? Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this new thing that I see people doing, or it's new to me kind of, for like the last couple of months, where somebody will have a video, like I'll take a video that is very interesting, or like something crazy, like a fight video, or somebody making like cool cookies, and then somebody will put themselves next to it doing absolutely nothing, just making faces. Like if something's crazy happening in the video, they just go, oh, ooh, like they're not making noises. There's no critiquing. There's no thought. There's no setup. There's no opinion. There's no anything. They just go, oh, ooh, wow, oh, and then the video ends. You might as well just watch the original video. What it is they just want a little bit of attention and a little bit of fame, which it's the wrong way to do it because you're not giving anything. You just want your face next to this video. It doesn't make any sense to me why anybody would enjoy a video like that. I'm literally just watching the video next to it. That's all it is. I'm not going to follow your TikTok. I'm not going to follow. Your best bet is creating like a meme page and putting things up there, I'll follow that because I'm like, oh, you're curating something. I don't want to see your goofy fucking face next to an actually interesting video. I've seen guys do it. I've seen girls do it. They just, wow. Oh, and then the video's over. Not like, man, that was really crazy. Nothing. Not a word. Like they're fucking mimes.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Like the Vicky videos. Like the kid in the green do-rag. What's his name?
Oh, your friend? Not your friend, but the one you like a lot?
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
I see that all the time.
It's like they react to it, right? It's like just like a reaction video, but there's no
it's
thought.
Not a reaction. They go, oh, yeah.
They do that a lot on TikTok too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I usually see it on TikTok. I usually see it on TikTok. And if it's on Instagram, it's just taken from TikTok. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It annoys me to know. It's like, can you think of something to say? Can you think of something to fucking do? Or just don't do it at all. What's the point? You're wasting time.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to gain any followers from that? I saw that the other day. I saw the worst one. Just somebody was just, I mean, even the facial expressions were just lazy. Everything about it was lazy. This is the laziest thing I've ever seen online in my life. It's the worst. You know what else pissed me off? You know, Back for Blood's coming out like tomorrow. Or I think it may have came out today. I'm going to get to that in a second.
Tomorrow, right?
I think it's tomorrow. It might have been tonight. I don't know. But, so, you know, I got the new controller, right?
Yeah.
I got the brand new controller. I plugged my headset in there the other day, and I noticed that my headset is low when I'm on the chat. Like when I have AJ in them, I can't hear them that well. So I'm like, I just got a brand new controller. These headphones are not that old. What's going on with my thing? AJ goes, oh, you got like a new controller, right? Because I had bought I got a pre-owned Xbox. So I guess I had upgraded my controller without knowing it. Like I got a better controller. So he's like, oh, you got one of the new controllers. They sell a little remote now where you have to click it into the controller and it adjusts your volume. Look at this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bullshit.
You've seen this before? I'm probably super late on this. This probably came out years ago. But I didn't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me that the years I've been playing Xbox before this, I didn't need this at all? Everything was fine. But all of a sudden, we need this now?
Yep.
Do you know how much this was?
Like $40.
Like $40 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding? For something we didn't need this ever.
Yep.
Your goal as a company should be to take away things like that. So we don't need this.
Nope, they want to make more money as possible.
I was fuming when I found out I had to buy that. And
that's a lot to lay out to play Tetris.
It's definitely not Tetris. We're not in 1845.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to them while I'm playing Back for Blood. So now I have to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I was super pissed about that. So it came today. I ordered it on Amazon. $40 for something we never needed before. It's like your job as a company should be to take all that away, you know, to make it as easy as possible. And now I need a fucking attachment to this.
Yeah, that's being greedy right there.
Greedy. And then $40? It's like a cheap piece of plastic with a USB inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Such bullshit.
It is.
Such bullshit. And you know what else pissed me off too? When I went to Best Buy to buy that controller, I asked the guy how much the controller is. My man just pointed at the price tag.
Wow.
Why would I fucking ask you how much it is if I saw it myself? I was like, bro, my eyes don't work that well. Can you tell me how much it is? He's like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'm like, how much is it? He goes, like fucking Frankenstein. I'm like, bro, I can't. Why would I ask you that?
I fucking hate those people.
Bruh, the kid was like,
I think that's their customer service policy.
just point and grunt.
Yeah, my 1 year, my parents bought me a gift certificate for Best Buy because I wanted to get a Kindle,
Right.
and they had like 3 different Kindles, and so like I read the cards, you know, with the bullet points on how they were different,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, you know, I just was curious, you know, if you could tell me a little bit more about each one, you know, which one did you know might be the better one. So he was talking to this really pretty girl. and telling her all about the Kindles, flirting up a storm. So I'm like, oh, this guy knows about the product. So after he's done talking to her, I said, yeah, I said, could you tell me about the Kindles? You know, I want to buy one. I just, kind of don't know which one, I want to get. And he's like, yeah, the information's on the card. And he walked away.
Oh,
Like a lazy motherfucker.
After you saw him with your own eyes give his crazy sales pitch, give all the specs. Wow.
I ended up buying one, and it probably was 10 years that I set foot in a Best Buy again.
And you know what? That was at Walmart, not Best Buy. I forgot.
Oh,
that was
okay.
when we went to Walmart to get that. But basically, whatever. There's people like that everywhere.
Yeah.
That's one of my big pet peeves. I've talked about it on the show before. It's people at a job and you give your best effort, bro.
Yeah.
You're in customer service.
Yeah.
I don't care what was going on before you got on the floor. I don't care what's going on. Just be respectful and put your best foot forward. Why would I ask you something? Of course the price is right there, but I'm asking you for a reason.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Customer service isn't part of the plan anymore.
No, it's just ring it up. Ring it up, and that's it. Make sure they don't steal nothing.
Yeah.
So I will be playing Left 4 Dead. I play Left 4 Dead every day. I will be playing Back 4 Blood tomorrow. Jessie asked me if I wanted to go on her stream. So I'm going to be Twitch streaming for the first time in my life. I'm not going to be on camera, but I'm going to be on the stream with my beautiful voice. So if anybody wants to go check that out tomorrow, I think we're going to start around 8 o'clock. What's the name of her Twitch again, Justin? Because I don't know.
It's Mad Mixie, MADMITZI.
That's right. You can go on the Twitch. Make sure you subscribe, you follow her. We're going to be on. We're going to have a great time. Back 4 Blood is coming out. So I've been fucking waiting for this game. Waiting.
You've been talking about it for months.
Talking up a storm. We got to play the beta.
Yeah.
And now it's dropping. And I don't really have to buy it because it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass.
I was just going to say, is it on Game Pass?
Yeah, I don't got to buy it. I don't got to do nothing.
I might join you guys.
Oh, I asked, you really want to join us?
Yeah, if it's
Jessie asked me if you wanted to, and I said, there's no way he's doing it.
She asked me when I was in her stream.
But then, I don't remember that. I wasn't there. But she asked me over text yesterday, and I said, there's no way he's doing it.
Listen, if it's on Game Pass, it's for free. I'll do it.
All right, well, download it. Jessie would love to have you. Jessie would love to have you. All right, so we're both going to be there.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. We're going to be shooting zombies, kicking people's ass.
Yeah.
Only one that's not going to be there is probably Mo.
No.
We could tell
So
him.
no Ms. Pac-Man.
No, absolutely not. But
Hey,
if there's
I
any
love
good
Ms.
old game, that's a good one.
I love Miss Pac-Man.
That's a good game. If I'm in an arcade, I'll play the Pac-Man game.
Mhm.
I've never beat one, though. Have you ever beat a board?
Yeah.
You beat the whole game?
Yeah.
Oh, I never done that. That's crazy. I can't do that.
You suck, bro.
I do. But you know what? You suck at shooters, and we're going to see that tomorrow.
I do.
You don't know
I
whether
do.
you and Mo. One's going this way.
Hey,
Mo's usually across the fucking whole map somewhere else. And you, I don't even know what you were doing. You were just,
But
what was your problem
I'm
again?
better than Mo.
Well, that's a fact. That is a
Yeah.
stone cold fact. That's
Okay.
very true. That's very true. Well, we'll let Mo know. So just go follow the Twitch tomorrow, and we're gonna see. Justin, let me ask you a quick question, okay? So the other day on the phone, I asked you another question. If you were here last week, I asked Justin if he would willingly accept crabs to have for the chance to have sex with his favorite porn star, and you said you would take the crabs.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so now we're on the phone, and I ask him another question. I say, Justin, let's say you're a genie, right? Let's say you're in a lamp, and Dre grabs the lamp, and he has 3 wishes. And one of the wishes that Dre says is that he wishes the genie, Justin, would suck his cock. So I said, if you were the genie, would you grant Dre's wish and suck his cock? And then we throw in the stipulation that if it's going to be like Fairly Odd Parents, where if you don't grant the wish or do something wrong, you lose your powers. So I'm like, all right, Justin, you sucking Dre off or not? This man goes, well, I don't want to lose my powers. So you agree to suck Dre's cock as a genie. Did you not?
Yeah.
You did, right?
Yeah. I don't want to lose my power.
But then this is, okay, that's not the problem. This was the problem of the whole thing. Then I said, all right, Dre, another situation, Dre has you in a corner with a knife, and he says, if you don't suck my cock, I'm going to kill you. Justin says, I'm not doing it, I'll die. That doesn't make any sense.
No, see, because I'm not a genie.
So you're going
I'm
to...
not. Yeah. If
Losing
I'm a
your
genie,
powers as a genie is worse than dying as a human being?
Yeah.
What fucking crack are you smoking?
Yeah.
You would rather die. I mean, okay, I get wanting to die before sucking a dick, but you would suck his dick as a genie so you don't lose your powers?
Yeah, because if I was a genie, I'd make it so it never happened.
No, it doesn't work like that. You sucked it.
Yeah.
You sucked it.
No.
You sucked Dre.
But I make it so it never happened.
No, that's not how it worked. We didn't add that.
That's how I would do it.
No. A wish is a wish, and you granted the wish, and it's granted forever.
I granted a wish, but I take it back.
No, you can't take it back. That's Dre has to take it back.
No.
So you'd rather die than suck a dick, but you would do it as a genie.
Yeah.
This makes no sense to me. This makes absolutely no sense to me at all.
Pastor, what do you think about that?
How does that make you feel?
Well, I heard this the other day that Gritty mentioned it.
Okay.
And why were the stakes so high on pretend magical powers?
That's what I'm saying. But your life, you just quick. Oh no, the powers. That's where stuff gets crazy for you.
Well, because if I had powers, I would have a responsibility.
You have a responsibility to your loved ones to be alive, like us. To show.
Like what kind of responsibility?
Yeah. What? You're in a fucking lamp.
Yeah, but I would be powerful.
So you just want to be powerful, you're saying?
Yeah.
You're already powerful. What do you mean you're not powerful? Every time we go on Instagram Live, people love you. People go, "Oh my God, you have a lot of power. You have a lot of fans." Do you not?
I do, but
what?
What is the potential of Dre cornering you in a corner with a knife?
Yeah, I think you have more of a chance of Mo doing that to you.
yeah.
I should have said Mo.
You shut up.
Would you have done it if it was Mo?
No.
You'd let him kill you
Yeah.
and bury you in his yard in Brooklyn?
Yeah, in the backyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Instagram Live, what are we doing on the 30th, Justin? Give him a sneak peek. Just drop the announcement.
We are giving away one of my shirts.
That's right. We got 2 designs. Do you have any on hand? Do you have any to show?
No.
You should have been prepared.
You didn't tell me.
Wow, that's true. We have 2 designs for Justin's
But
shirts.
If you go on my Instagram, we got a Funko Pop design or a Sim Fuckers design.
Right.
And you can win the shirt and DM me which design you like.
Right. We don't know how we're gonna give the shirt out yet. We're still deciding,
Yeah.
but we know we're gonna give it out on Instagram on Devil's Night that Saturday, the 30th. Because
Yep.
we go on live every Saturday, pretty much.
Yep.
Around 8. Justin gets up. We get on at 9 last time.
Around 8:30 Eastern
8:30.
time.
Yeah. A lot of stuff
Is
goes
this
down.
the big announcement?
Yeah, this is a big announcement. I said it was big. I said it wasn't going to be a crazy announcement, though. I did say that. Didn't I say that? I said it's not a crazy big announcement.
I don't know what you said.
I don't remember what I said. But I know when we said it in the live, people wanted the shirt. So what are you implying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
People would die for some fucking shirt.
That's right. So what are you saying about the shirt?
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you're the one that was saying that basically our announcement sucked.
I don't know.
I don't see you making any announcements.
I had more anticipation.
Like what?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be something funny or
Mo
did something crazy.
What are we, your jesters? What are we going to make make you laugh? Did we not make you laugh enough during the whole? We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes.
I don't want to drag down your big announcement. It's a great.
You already drug it. He's already drugged.
I know, right?
You already drug it.
Yeah.
You already drug it. Well, obviously Rich ain't gonna be in the running. He don't care about it. But I know a lot of people on the Instagram did. They said, "Oh, I can't wait. I want the shirt. I want a shirt."
Yeah.
They're not for sale yet, so you're gonna get like an exclusive shirt. I got some. Dre got one. Mo got one, but not everybody got them.
Yeah.
So come on live with us on the 30th. We always have some crazy event going on. People joining the live. King Sparks was cursing out this dude's mom last week. That was insane. Calling her a meth head.
Crazy.
That was outrageous. We're helping the youth. We had these two kids call in with some problems. We straightened it out, or we tried to straighten it out. And hopefully next week we'll find out if that was straightened out. You got to come on live. You got to see what's going on. It's very crazy. It's very wild.
Well, I do have a big announcement.
What?
Okay.
That I'll be providing a Jesus pin and a Bible to go with the shirt.
Well, no, I don't know if it'll go well on Devil's Night on the live. Okay. Yeah, maybe next week.
To balance it out a little bit.
Maybe for Christmas. Yeah, Easter. We'll do Easter.
Yeah, Easter.
Yeah, he'll do Easter. All right. You can find me at It's Gritty Bitch on Instagram. Whoa.
Speaking of Easter, did I tell you the news?
Where's this going?
I'm going to Hester's show.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did she drop dates?
Tickets. I bought the tickets today, November 18th. Yeah.
Esther Pravitsky, the comedian?
Yep.
I'm glad. When is it?
November 18th, Gramercy Theater.
Oh, she's playing at Gramercy Theater. Wow, good for her.
Hey, everybody's playing there. Call
Gramercy.
her.
Wow. November 18th, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. And you're going to see Olivia O'Brien that month, too.
Is it in Gramercy?
I'm saying it's in November.
Okay.
I didn't say it was in, I said that month. I didn't say in that venue.
I can't wait.
That was great. Thanks for running over my plugs for that. That could have waited till, I don't know, next week, next month. That wasn't that urgent that you needed to just, run over my plugs.
Well, you said Easter, so Easter, Hester.
You can find me at It's Gritty Bitch on Instagram. Go to the Gritty World YouTube channel where you can see my vlogs and all the other crap that I do. Go to the Gritty Knows Best Instagram and the Gritty Knows Best YouTube channel. We got exclusive content on both of them. We got Mo shaking his ass on the Instagram. You're not going to get the same things that we post on each other on Justin's Instagram, on my Instagram. It's a totally different page with its own life of its own. So, Justin, you plug away.
You can find me on Instagram at RealJasonBiggest93, Twitter at
Oh, wait. Hold on.
What happened?
Halloween Kills drops this Friday. So, everybody get ready for that. Everybody get ready for Halloween Kills, bitch. Hopefully, it drops at midnight.
I think so, yeah.
It's going to be on Peacock. It's going to be on the cock.
Me,
Mo, Dre, we're going to all be on Justin's cock this weekend. You want to get on there, Pastor?
Gonna be on my cock.
You're going to be on the cock? All right.
Gonna
Halloween
hop
Kills.
on my cock.
Halloween Kills. It's going to be great. Now you can finish. That was a better announcement than what you said.
It is. So, Instagram at RealJasonBiggest93, Twitter at RealJasonBiggest, YouTube, Justin Biggest, second channel, Tsim's Gaming.
Pastor?
YouTube channel, the No Name Yet podcast.
Yep.
That's it. Wow.
That's it.
And that's it. Thanks for hanging with us. Come hang with us on Twitch tomorrow. Come hang with us on IG Live this Saturday and every other Saturday after that. Peace and love. See you next time.
Peace.